The size of the tongs is very important. They all have the size of, or the dimension of the material that you're going to use them for. And to be able to grip the tongs just slightly and hold tightly, you need to use the appropriate tongs. The tongs should, the reins, these are the reins, should just fall apart when you're using them. So you can open that up. If you have some reins that they don't fall apart, you can take them to your anvil, get a large nut, and the side that's been riveted, I'm going to put down into that nut, open it all the way up, and just give that a tap. Try it. If it isn't enough, go back to the, give it another tap, and it's coming more and more free as we go. I'm going to open it up. Round side of the hammer, tap it there. Now we're getting a free set of tongs. Talk about adjusting the tongs to the appropriate dimension. This is a 1/4 inch tongs. This is a piece of material that's 1/4 inch. And if I put it on there and squeeze tight, it's not gripping. And when that happens, all of a sudden you feel yourself reaching up further and further and squeezing with your death grip, and it creates a lot of stress in your soft tissues in your arm. And so we need to adjust those so that they fit appropriately. I'm going to warm up the tongs, keep the piece of material out here. My goal is to heat the jaws without getting the rivet really hot. I'm going to put that stock all the way into the depth of that. And then I'm going to take the round side of the hammer, hit down there. So that those are parallel at 1/4 inch. So we're not adjusting the rivet. We just want to be able to grab into there. If it's not quite right, put it back in. To the depth of the jaws. And I've held the reins slightly apart with my fingers there as I'm hitting down on them. If we need to further open those reins, we can bring it across here, give it a tap there, give it a tap there. And so we brought those reins slightly further apart.
I like to let the red run out of it before I quench it.
That's a good point. Don't quench it when it's bright red. Just let it cool slowly so as not to destroy the temper of the material. Now I'm going to grab some beeswax, and as that's cooling, I'll put beeswax in there to help lubricate the rivet in the joint. I'll just take some wax and melt it on there. Too hot. We'll let it cool for a minute and try that again. So I want the wax on the rivet in that area, not necessarily on the jaws where I'm going to grip onto metal. Now we have a good solid grip. So when I'm using the tongs, I've hit that one time too many. my reins aren't parallel, I can't flip that easily. So we're going to go back here and just hit on the inside. Check that.
Get close now.
We're
Get
getting closer. We'll hit it again. It's a lot easier to go conservatively and hit it another time than it is to go too far. There we go.
Now you can roll it. Roll it on the anvil. See how easily it rolls.